Alright, I'm gonna spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes just yapping to people out there on social media with Instagram, bodybuilding stuff. I hope you can hear me. Just purchased your book on Amazon. I thought they're sold out. They're not taking orders because they're shipping out soaps and stuff. Alaikum salam to Timo DX. Brian in Hong Kong. The kids are doing they're doing. Everyone's home like everywhere else. Go live with the Camel Crew. They can't handle the truth, bro. Maybe we can get Abdullah on here. I'll get Abdullah. Maybe I'll ask him tomorrow. I will, actually. I'll send him a message. Sergio Oliva Jr., he's a hater. He's in Australia for good. I don't think he's coming back to San Diego because of the gym. Dude, I got a different hair style every day. I'm sorry, alaikum salam. Go live with Chris Psycho Lewis. That's a good one too. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna write both of those down. Abdullah. I'm gonna write it right down. Abdullah from the Camel Crew. He'll love me in person. Maybe he'll talk bad about me behind my back. It's Chris Lewis. Chris Lewis. No, Dave Palumbo does bikini clients. You can contact him. I'd like to be at the Arnold in October in Brazil. Hopefully things will clear up and we'll get back to normal. If Sergio Jr. changed his name, would he even be a pro? He'd come over there and smack you down, bro. Pop Canada, I'm not taking clients. Rafael Brandeo, here comes the Brazilians. Sergio is the future. He tells me that. He says so. Coach Ramirez sent you a request to go live. What is the point? Why go live? I'm still trying to figure that out with other people. Yes, Ramadan's right around the corner. Yes, I'm fasting. I haven't heard from Rafael for a few days. I think he's in seclusion. He's in Florida. I talk to Jose almost every day, Jose Raymond. Wesley Vissers, he's really good. Who would you call for a barbecue? Who's the wrestler? Tony Atlas down the street, even though I never call him. I should call him now. Reagan Grimes, really good guy. Good bodybuilder. Why do you think a pro? No, Kevin, I don't know a lot of people who do. The reality. Chances of Kai coming back, I think pretty remote, you know. What do I think about carbon up with limiting your water? You get better results than if you carb up with not limiting your water. That's for sure. Jade, 1,000 carb metabolism. What's your opinion? It's CICCIO. You tell me. We went live with Guy Sistonino recently. Chris Lewis versus Phil. What is there, a dispute there now? I know it's Phil versus Sean. Leonard Hawkins. I'm kind of waiting for the virus to clean up, you know? People want to get ready for shows, but I don't want to disappoint them and have them like 3 weeks out. Oh, the show's canceled. You know? Jay's 2003 Ironman was better than his 09 Olympia? I would say so, yeah. It was probably put it this way, the stance in 03 would destroy the stance in 09. The front double and front lat spread would destroy the 09. Compare those shots just to start out. There's probably a easy 10-pound weight difference. And you know it's not fat and water. I don't know about doing keto for 2 weeks and then carb cycling, you know, repeating. On paper, it sounds good, right? Because a lot of diets sound great on paper, but they just, in reality, they might not pan out. They might not work. Beef between Sean Ray and Dexter. I'm petty. I love it. I love that Sean's getting his comeuppance. It's the same stuff that I've been saying on RX about Sean for 10 years. Dexter would smoke Sean at his prime. End of story. The only one who doesn't believe that is Sean. Best way to lose fat, moderate carb diet. A little bit of cardio, lots of training. 4 days a week cardio, 30 minutes. Training 5 days a week. 100 to 200 carbs. Guarantee you look somewhat better. You look better. Thank you, Paulo. I don't work with Alexis Rolón Rivera, so I can't give you an update. No, you wish. Jay never did. Does Patrick Moore have the structure to dominate the Open? I don't think anyone's going to dominate anyone in the next 5 years, but does he? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good people right now who have the potential, because people say, oh, what do you think this guy? Could he be Mr. Olympia? I always say yes, 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 you know, to different people about different competitors, because there's not a dominant force out there right now. Flex versus Phil. Who you got? Flex Lewis versus Phil? Oh my goodness. I hope that's a trick question. Phil has only lost a couple times in his life. What shampoo do you use? Whatever my wife buys. I take no care of my hair, nothing special. Yeah, I think Akeem does not get his placings that he deserves at a lot of these shows. I thought he was phenomenal at the Olympia. I thought he was phenomenal at the Arnold. I think Akeem's a tremendous bodybuilder, and yeah, I think he gets not quite the placings that he probably deserves. I don't think that's why, I don't know. My greatest strength as a coach, my experience and intuition. Paul Dillette versus Curry, at his best, Paul. But it'd have to be at his best. At his best. Curry just didn't look his best at the Olympia, so that's why he got a lot of, flack. But he looked his best at the Arnold, and he looked amazing. Sean Ray coming back? I believe so, yes. Is it better to start the first cycle with the lowest dose or the highest dose? The lowest, yes. Boston Strong Dad. I hated Springfield, the town. No, eggs and egg whites is not going to damage your liver function. Do you think Big Ramy can win the Olympia? Yep. I mean, there's a lot of people who can. Brandon can repeat. Sean could win. The Bonac could win. If Dexter's psychotic enough, he could be right there. If he just lays it all on the line. I don't know what that means, but this will be his last show. He's not coming in like anything but dangerous. A lot of tenants are not paying rent now. I think marijuana is probably for bodybuilding. For most people, going to hold them back. Raphael, how long would it take him to get top 10 in Olympia? I think he could do it this year for sure. What will it take Lionel Baiki to become a winner of the Olympia? That's not going to happen. Do you think Max Charles got robbed at the Arnold? He could have easily been a couple spots higher. It was his all-time best, without a doubt. All-time best. I don't know if it's true that an omega-3 supplement isn't IFO certified, that it's blah, 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 same as a placebo. What makes you laugh? Sarcasm makes me laugh. Jay Cutler was at his best, I think 2001, 2003. Those early years. 2009 he was tremendous. Not Sean Ray. The digital version, those morons at Amazon don't even have the right to produce a digital version. It's all thievery. I'm going to call Jeff Bezos today. His stock is up almost close to all-time high. How's that? Official CO bodybuilder. No, after the I'm not doing Instagram lives after the lockdown. Carb cycling off season? No. Just eat. Let your body weight go up. Settle where it's going to settle. No, I don't train people who aren't looking to compete. I need a goal. How far can the real muscle unit go? I'm not sure. I'd have to see him on the lineup next to other pros. Doing well so far, though. What about Ramy and what you think about his coach? Which of the 10 coaches do you mean, Mohammed? No, I'm not coming into the UK next year. I'm not traveling much at all. A lot of bodybuilders I'm helping actually don't even have access. A few don't have access to gyms. Yeah, Cedric is the man. He's the best. He's a friend of mine more than anything else, even though I don't coach him anymore. If you worry about overtraining, then you're probably overtrained. No, I don't use glycerol with any athletes. It's supposed to help you like carb up or something. I keep things pretty simple. Have you ever coached a woman? Yeah. I haven't done it. 2 women and both won the world championships. Not bad. 2 for 2. Most impressive bodybuilder you ever saw in person. One of the most impressive was Gary Stridham in 1988, 89. He didn't bring what he had in the gym onto the stage, but that was impressive. I don't know about the Dexter. I don't know what's going on with Dexter's quote gut thing. He didn't have a gut at the Arnold, that's for sure. I hate the word about genetics. Even, I mean, I understand what you mean. Like, Brazilian genetics are good to become good bodybuilders. Yes, but genetics is overrated. I mean, you got to have great genetics to be a great bodybuilder, but you can't say like, oh, you can't have it you should have in the back of your mind that you have shitty genetics, so you have to do everything that possible, training and diet wise, to be your best. You can't even think, okay, I have good genetics, so I can slide. 72 kilograms, that's 150. You need 200 grams of protein a day, easy. How did you and Dave meet? We crossed paths at the junior nationals when Dusty Henshaw won. I think that was it. 2010, and we hit it off right away. We actually did a wrap up, and I threw the judges like crazy. Like, I was so critical of the judging of that show. And Dave, after we did the interview, he said, that was great, but let's start all over because we can't say that. I wasn't politically correct, I guess. Tell us something interesting about you we don't know. I don't think this interesting. Live a very non-bodybuilding lifestyle. There's nothing bodybuilding outside of me, like on RX Muscle and Instagram, in my house or in my daily life. Biggest piece of advice for an amateur physique competitor who wants to take the over on his first show: be patient in your prep. Don't over diet. Skim milk, skim milk is a protein. 8 grams of protein per cup. Why bodybuilders start looking bad after certain years of competition? Because their physiques change. They get older. Why does a 18-year-old girl have a different looking body than a 32-year-old? Hips get wider as you age. I mean, just your body changes. Waist trimmers, those things that you squeeze, I think they work a little bit. Everyone's wearing them, so. Stock market situation, I don't see any basis for it being so high apart from getting pumped daily. Oh man, that's the $1 million question. The stock market, I think we'll retest the lows. But when you pump things daily, right? When the Fed pumps daily, that's like steroids, right? The gains are like illusionary, meaning when you stop them, you go back in size to what you were before. Same thing with the infusion from the Fed. So I think a lot of people have lost their jobs, which is more important or as important or is going to cancel out. Even though unemployment benefits is supposed to be strong, it should cancel out a lot of the money infused from the Fed. Surely set up for a bigger crash based on history. Of course, history repeats itself. This is 2001 and 2008 combined in terms of calling out. That's why the thing just cut. Yes, Brian Carroll. How do you know Jossam? He probably is one of my best friends, most dependable friend, most honest friend. I was just thinking about him yesterday. Which show have you attended and had the best experience? The Olympia is always fun for me. I go a week out and I go strictly to have fun. I mean, I'm there to prep athletes. Last year I had 13 people qualified, 12 wins. Luke Sandow squeezed in with a calculator on points. But that's tremendous, tremendous fun. Does Cedric dislike Dave? What do you think prevents Cedric from winning the Olympia? Cedric, that's the answer. Short, high intensity versus steady state to preserve muscle in, cardio. Great question. I like them both. I like intervals. 3 minutes hard, 7 minutes easy on the cardio. I've never used SARMs. I don't know about them. I've never even Googled the word SARMs. Someone asked about SARMs. Oxygen gym, I've been there. It's a great gym. No, Mohammed Kamal, you tell me. People ask me, I ask them back. You tell me, what do you think? You can type it here. Muffin carb up idea. Muffin carb up idea was a convenience. Simple as that. Would you let your kids do bodybuilding if they want to? The warehouse GDL. I probably emailed you back. I responded to a bunch of emails today. Fusion Fitness. Yeah, I remember that show. You're welcome. When I competed in the Muscle Mania, I thought I should have won it. I got second. I like fasted cardio. Cody can make it to the Olympia stage. Yeah, he just needs to focus. Macro, please. Someone 84 kilograms and 30. I don't do macros. I don't get too detailed. I try to fix the protein and fix the carbs and allow the bodybuilder to train themselves into shape. Last layer, stubborn fat loss. Very low carbs. That will do it. You may fall apart and get small, but they'll burn the fat. It'll just end up burning everything. Two training sessions or one for cardio and one with weights. One cardio session is enough. You have to do more than that. You're just too fat. Malaysia. I'd love to go to Malaysia. It's on my bucket list. I go by calories, not macros. I'm a calorie counter. Even though I don't count calories, like add them up precisely, I have a very good idea when someone's eating 3,000. I might be off. Could be 3,200, 2,800, but I got a good idea. Beginning athletes, be patient. It's always be patient. Bulking. I mean, you can't bulk on clean food. So, but you shouldn't be bulking on crap food. So you got to eat a little combo of both, but mostly clean. Yes, you can use my book for your next show if you can get it at Amazon. Can you build muscle if you hit your protein? If you have enough protein you don't necessarily always have to be in a calorie excess diet, surplus, to be able to put on muscle. So long as your workouts feel good, that's the bottom line. Both books, Championship Bodybuilding and Everything You Need to Know About Fat Loss. I recommend both. I don't train non-competitors. What's the most important to classic physique athletes? And he's look. I don't understand that question. COVID-19. Trump's bed bugs. Troy Alves gave me the nickname the Technician. Best tips for hard gainers. Don't be afraid of dietary fat. Babies grow on fat and protein. Waleed. The stock market is jimmied up. Someone asked me what makes you laugh. That did. New era of bodybuilders different from those back in the 90s. The new era, I think in the 90s we didn't have classic and we didn't have men's physique, so we had, quote, a better genetic pool to pull from. How long should you go off when you're using compounds? Same amount of time you're on. You can't be just gassing it all year. You'll never make any gains. TRT is regular competing bodybuilder. You could compete on TRT. Yeah, I should buy the Platinum Hotel, Derek. I hope you'll be there, Derek, to compete, not to massage. No, that's not a COVID cough. That made me laugh too. Cedric needs the Lavrone coffee and vodka cocktail before his shows. 2 training sessions or 1 for cardio and 1 with weights. Yes, you don't need to do 2 cardio sessions. I'm glad you like the book. Heavy weights with low reps or moderate with heavy weight with 8 to 12 reps. That's my opinion. Heavy as possible, but you still got to feel what you're doing. So sometimes it's okay to sacrifice as heavy as possible for heavy enough, but still feeling what you're doing. Easiest competitor to prep. Almost everyone I prep is very easy to work with. That's why I don't get Ray Flow 1976. Why are training methods so different, like yours and Milo's? Why are the complete opposites, but both seem to work? Because the diet is more important. That's why I don't micromanage people's training at all. I give tips. Bumstead or Curry, who wins overall? Bumstead for sure. I'm kidding. Oh yeah, that's right, Derek. You competed in WrestleMania same year. Your opinion on injection intervals? I've never even heard that question before. How do you work on weak body parts? Do them more often. Change up the exercises that you do for them. Sometimes back off going heavy and try to feel what you're doing, because a lot of times people don't feel weak body parts. When you're preparing for a show, why can't you sleep at night? Because you're starving to death usually. It's funny, Muhammad Kamal, you asked me about, I'm still thinking about, you asked me about Rami, and then I ask you back and I don't get the answer. Bedbug situation, it's always there, dude. It never goes away. Excellent. 187. Use your book, Championship Bodybuilding, placed second at my National Men's Physique Show. Super. The famous radiator. There it is. The radiators in this old house. We have COVID-19 and bed bugs in my apartments. It's just tough, man, right now. What was Jay's diet like when you brought him in heavier at the Olympia? 2004, it was, people talk about 2004 he ate like an animal. I didn't actually help him for the 03 Arnold, his third win. Go look at the pictures, the difference between 03 Arnold, or maybe 04 Arnold and 04 Olympia. I'll sign those pictures. Hello from Norway. Okay, Brian. How'd you send it, Brian? Brian Carroll. Through Instagram? No, I don't train people who don't compete. Argentina. I've always wanted to go to Argentina. 18% body fat too much off season. That's, I think 16 is the highest you should, 15 the highest you should go. Do you like lettuce? What, do you want to send me some? Fried food versus sweets. I like them both, but just small quantities. What gear do you see being incorporated more often in modern day pro bodybuilding? All the ones I don't use. And that's an honest answer. Derek Breezy. Chris, could you please give me a shout out? Shout out to Derek Breezy. There. Troy Alves, if he came back, could he win the Open Classic? No, because his body's older. But when he was competing, if he took that physique and put it on stage, of course he would win. Of course. I think George Peterson will do very good in the 212. Will Sean Roden win another Olympia? Yes. Best split, 2 days on, 1 day off. You don't get overtrained. I don't have a cat. No, I won't write a book about nutrition in the future because I have nothing new to say. I don't follow anyone. Can you follow me on Instagram? I usually don't follow people. I don't have the time. Good question, Thomas Needy. If natural test does not recover at normal range within 2 months, would you stay on TRT? I try to get off the TRT and see first. I try to get off. Yeah, I can't wait to see what James Hollingshead looks like. Yep, evening primrose oil. Love it. Amir Omer something, the 20-year-old monster from Germany. I haven't seen any pictures of him. Best anti-estrogen? I think they're all similar, really. You know, it's like someone say, what's the best carbs? Rice, potatoes, cream of rice. I always say the same. I don't think your body really knows the difference. Low carb or carb cycling for fat loss? I think low carb. But you can't go too crazy low because you'll fall, you have no energy to train. Which current athlete do you think has not reached his potential in bodybuilding? Just about every single one. Jay Cutler. What's the most common mistake people make when they are trying to get lean? They do too much cardio and they move right into low carbs thinking that will work, when in fact it's a process. Your body's got to adapt first and then you make the next change. We got Jay and Derek Farnsworth here. I agree, Derek. That's why I asked him back. How do you train the mind? That's a good question. I'm rereading this book over there. It's on my desk today. I'm rereading Napoleon Hill's Keys to Success. I restarted that today. And of course, Jay, I got to put in my plugs for my books, even though I think Amazon has sold out. The Fat Loss book. And Championship Bodybuilding, also known as The Art of the Deal. Jay, can you tell I haven't had my coffee? I'm like on slow motion. Derek Farnsworth says, I remember you gave Jay candy corn post-workout. Derek, you have a good memory. What's the difference between white, red, and sweet potatoes? Nothing, the color. Farnsworth would love that. The color. It's true. Weed in bodybuilding, I think it makes people potheads. I don't know what the OMAD diet is. OMAD. Extended gut. God, it's too much. Eating too much. GH. Eating, trying to grow too fast. I don't know. It's $1 million question. Ask Dexter. He said he has a protocol for it. You've answered everything I wanted to ask. No, I'm just here for your sarcasm and dry humor. It's bodybuilding. It's easy to be sarcastic. Oldest competitor you prep for a show? Kamal, 48. Won the Olympia. Harry Harris. How can I get my hair? And it's on the secret compound that you and Dave spoke about. Trenstallone. I only keep it for the top 5 in the Olympia, Harry. Real estate market dropped significantly. Well, we're going to have 2% interest rates on the 30-year mortgage, so maybe not. Though commercial real estate, people having a hard time paying their mortgages, so we're going to see a lot of defaults. And that will create opportunities for people who have money. What made you fall in love with bodybuilding? Like everyone else, just love the feeling. Good pump, right? Good pump is better than good weed. If you're suffering from gout, don't eat any red meat. You can do it with fish. Rabbit Willie, why is COVID-19 making me bigger? But probably because you're overtrained before. Yeah, okay, I get it, Thomas. Needy fitness. So, yeah, then just stay on TRT. Your body probably can't come back then, by itself. White sugar really that bad? I don't know. I eat tons of it in my coffee. Don't worry, Renew Wild Official. I'm number one. Jay, you making money today? I used to use Boston baked beans post-workout, says Jay. Jay, if you want to go live, click on, but I don't know how to find you to, say to you, Jay, come live. Jay, to make this possible. Derek Farnsworth says, I need the diuretic hypnotize method on Cedric. That's only for you, Derek. That and candy corn. Okay, now the questions are coming so fast, it's hard to read them. Hold on. Hi, Chris, from one of Marty Demersion's Fresno to Venice boys. Aaron. Holy smokes. Crazy. How long ago was that, Aaron? 35 years ago? The good weed. I said a good pump is better than a good weed. It's better than good weed. Tilapia fish. I don't like it because most of it's fed by pig farms in China. Have you ever worked with any great bodybuilders from South Africa? No. Jonas Dietary. No, I don't prep women. How do you deal with food allergies? I don't know really. You got to figure out which one you're allergic to. So it's right. You have to figure it all out. Athleticon, yeah, I plan to be there in Atlanta. My wife's from Atlanta. What do you think, Stu Pot 89? Yeah, cutting during quarantine. Everything during quarantine, it's hard to say. Thoughts on John Jewett? Very good bodybuilder. Julson, how are you? Congratulations on your marriage. Did I see your wife is pregnant, or did I just make that up? 28 is too late for bodybuilding? No. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, big ant if you have those pictures, send them to me. 1060, 1026. $53. Yeah, so am I. Which fruits would you eat before bed? I guess if you're bulking, like bananas, apples. I don't think it makes a difference. What do you think if Laverne trained you around? He'd probably be better. Right? No, Bob didn't help me for that. That was probably one of the few shows he didn't. If he did, I probably would have won the overall. I don't know why he didn't that year. All right, we'll pick up tomorrow with another, I agree, Derek. And candy corn. Yes, Francois could have won an Olympia. Yeah, hair looks good today. I combed it. Special comb. Yeah. Parted it on the different side. All right, we'll pick it up tomorrow. Same, I don't know what time, but obviously Instagram will notify people. I'll try to get Chris Cycle Lewis on or one of these Camel Crew jockeys. I'll text them now. Okay, later.